Holliday, and welcome to another one of my live stream lectures. And before we get into this very important topic, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone for supporting my YouTube channel. And with that being said, let's get on down to today's very important how-to lecture. The focus of this lecture is going to be how to go about attaining your name reservation for your company from the Office of Secretary of State. If the audience is aware, although I'm fully retired, September made 3 years that I've been in full retirement, but all throughout my working history, especially the last 26 years of my adult working life, I had my company simultaneously, Paris and Associates Resource Center, simultaneously in the workforce. So now, since I'm fully retired, I'm still generating revenue, still doing things under my company, utilizing my licensed clinical addictions credential. And prior to me relocating to the state of Florida, I retired out of the state of North Carolina. I was there for 17 years. So when I relocated to the state of Georgia, one of the first things I did was reserve my company name reservation through the Office of Secretary of State. I did my LLC, got my EIN for my company. But the focus of this lecture is going to be specifically in terms of the steps that I went through in the state of Georgia to attain my name reservation for my company, Paris and Associates Resource Center, in the state of Georgia. And I'm going to literally present from my hard copy application that I did online, but I also have the hard copy of the actual application from the Office of Secretary of State in the state of Georgia for my name reservation request. That's the name of the form, the name reservation request. And basically, a lot of this is just self-explanatory, where applicant name, I put my name, street address, my full street address for my home in my company, aka because I have an office space inside of my home, so my entire address went there. Street address, city, state, and zip code. They're asking for all of this on this name reservation request. Email address, I included all of that. And on this name reservation request form, it basically says this is a non-refundable filing fee. It's $35. $25 filing fee plus a $10 service charge. This fee is for performing the search and will be refunded if the name is not available. You may apply to reserve a name online. I actually did mine online. Online filers can pay using a credit card. You may also request a name reservation by completing this form and submitting it to our office with a check, or either cashier's check, a money order payable to the Georgia Secretary of State. And like I said, I did mine online, but I'm just using my hard copy to present this powerful lecture. And it says in this application, if the name reservation request is approved, you will receive a name reservation number valid for 30 days. Within 30 days, you may file an entity formation documents using the name reservation. Name reservations cannot be renewed and will expire after 30 days. However, you may reserve the name again for $35 as long as the name is available. In this application, it states if the requested name is not available, a rejection notice will be sent via email or US mail. The notice will include instructions on submitting another request within 10 days of the notice without additional charge. Also, it says, please be advised that the online system only performs a preliminary search of our database. An in-house examiner will perform a detailed search and confirm whether or not your name is available. Your name is not confirmed and reserved until you receive official notification from the Office of Secretary of State. No activity or investment under a name such as advertising, purchase of a seal, entry into legal transactions, etc., should be conducted based on a name reservation. Such actions should not be taken until the entity formation documents are filed, that's your LLC, and a certificate of incorporation, certificate of organization, certificate of limited partnership, or certificate of authority is issued by the Secretary of State. You know, when I relocated to Georgia, I tell anyone first, I would recommend before you do your LLC to do your name reservation request first. Also on here, it's going to ask you at the bottom of this document, it's going to please indicate your choices for a name. Enter the exact name of the organization. It's going to give you 3 preferences on this document. My first preference was Patterson Associates Resource Center for my company name, because I've been using that name for well over 17 plus years in the state of North Carolina. My second preference, I put Patterson Associates. In my third preference, I put Patterson Associates Resource Center, but that center on the third preference, I spelled it CENTERR. I added a second R on the spelling of center. Then it says, I did mine online, but if you're doing it in hard copy, it says, and it's quicker to do it online, please return this form along with your payment of $35 for your $25 filing fee plus your $10 service charge to the Office of Secretary of State, Corporation Division, Name Reservation Request. So again, I did mine online. This is just a hard copy of my application. And before you do this, before you do your name reservation request for your company, you got to go in through the corporation division in your state and create a user ID name, your password. It's going to ask you for a security question. And what this does is throughout the year, once you establish your account with the corporation division in your state, you can literally go into your portal and check throughout the year, you can check the status of everything, because you have to renew everything every year. They'll let you know when it's close to renewal time, and you can literally go online to pay for that. So once you have done your name reservation with the Secretary of State, what's going to happen in a very short amount of time, they're actually going to email you. I received my email from the Secretary of State, and it says in that email that you have successfully registered with the Georgia Secretary of State Corporation Division online filing status. Your request was received and an account has been created for you with details you have furnished. Below are the details of your account, your user ID, and your filer name. You can access the Georgia Corporation Division online with that. Give me how to do that. So I received notification that I have successfully registered my name. And then in the very near future, you're going to receive an official document in your portal verifying your name reservation confirmation from the Secretary of State Corporation Division. And it basically is identifying your entity name. My first preference was approved, Parents and Associates Resource Center, effective date March 30th, 2026. Your name reservation number, it is a 2, 4, 6, 8 digit name reservation number. And when you file your articles of formation, your actual LLC, later on after you get your name reservation, as a part of that application, well, you're going to have to include that 8 digit name reservation number. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 digit. So that's going to come into play real soon. Filer name, my name, filer address, my complete home address and business address, the amount paid, and it was approved. My name reservation for my company in the state of Georgia was approved by the appropriate stakeholder with the Office of Secretary of State. It has that person name down on there. It says on this state document from the Corporation Division at the bottom, the above name has been reserved, Parents and Associates Resource Center, to use the name reservation number when filing your entity formation documents, which is your actual, my LLC. Use the exact entity name as it appears on this confirmation receipt. And on this document from the Corporation Division, it's telling me that your name reservation is valid for 30 days. So when I got my name reservation confirmation, I immediately went in and filed my actual LLC, because on my LLC application, it's going to specifically ask for my name reservation number, and that number is corresponding with Parents and Associates Resource Center in the state of Georgia. And that is the process, people. That is the process of what you have to go through to complete your name reservation in whatever state you're in with the Corporation Division. You have to do the name reservation request. You got to set up your identification. You got to set up your user ID and password with the Corporation Division. You got to complete your name reservation request. Better to do it online. After you complete your name reservation request, you're going to receive an email confirmation from the Office of Secretary of State that they got your online application. And in the very near future, you're going to get your final name reservation confirmation. And it's on this confirmation, it's going to say you have 30 days to go in and file your article of incorporation, your LLC. And it's going to ask you for your name reservation number that's attached to your company name. And those are the steps that Marie Holliday went through in the state of Georgia to get my name reservation LLC EIN number for my company, a Parents and Associates Resource Center that's 26 years strong in the state of Georgia. So again, share this information. Somebody might need to hear this valuable information in regards to all the steps that I went through. And I tell anyone, all throughout my life, I have always known to do my own research, my own due diligence, my own investigation with the stakeholder. Because if I'm presenting the information, it's going to be some steps in a process in regards to a door I have gone through. Real talk. That's all I have. Simplify, simple fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.